My Life Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
welcome one, welcome all, welcome hip-hop heads and music lovers in general. Welcome to Lightworks. You're listening to Vee SWIZZLE, bringing you a Black History Month edition of Lightworks in a slight alteration to the usual format. So we're going to be taking some iconic tracks that can be seen as unofficial anthems of the Black Power movement, and then, of course, we're going to play the hip-hop tracks that contain samples of those songs. It's difficult to know where to begin, and so I went with the obvious choice of James Brown. Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, was James Brown's way of saying that being black is a great thing rather than something one has to apologise for. Chuck D remarked that this was, quotes, a record that really convinced me to say I was black rather than say I was a Negro. In the song, Brown addresses the prejudices towards blacks in America and the need for black empowerment and self-reliance. Brown's lyrics proclaim that we demand a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. The song's call and response chorus is performed by a group of children.
Mr. Brown is #1 soul brother in the United States.
He's black and he's proud.
He brings out the good in me. He's like the preacher.
The song was recorded in a Los Angeles area suburb with about 30 young people who responded to Brown's command of "Say it loud." The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame included Say It Loud in their 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, and it inspired the title of a VH1 television special and box set. It also inspired a number of hip-hop producers in 1992 and 93, as we shall now see, or rather hear. Recognise this?
On the flame. these pigs wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm out in the 9-10. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make your eyes strain. And like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane.
Yeah, it seemed like the way, yo. Could talk about something serious, you know what I'm saying? Something that ain't gonna happen to me. That should have happened to you if you know how to play the game. What's the name of this game? This game's called Head Games.
Enough is here to slam a jam, but not a jam just to gooster. A jam to make you think the next time you have a drink at a party. Or chilling with your friends, a jam with a list of things. I recommend you follow, your skull is hollow with a brain. I knew a guy named Wayne, but he was killed, but I put the blame on his ignorance. The cost of him is life, playing in the head game. You got to realize that a clock could kill, like a lethal weapon, so you got to chill. On the drugs and the alcohol. If you're not yourself, don't drive it all. Don't be like the mannequins they use in demonstrations. Take a bus or taxi to reach your destination, or lend a friend the keys to drive. Someone who can walk a straight line and count to five. On the road, it's where it happens. Then it's no accident when you don't take precautions. Use your head instead of playing with it. And if you ride a motorcycle, always wear a helmet. Cause drunk drivers have a tendency to hit cyclists. And that's when this injury usually occurs. A skull to the curb, and dead is the word that's usually pronounced on the victim. So don't be one, and drivers buckle up if you're driving a car. Whether you're going to the store or traveling far, it only takes a second, 10 miles or 10 minutes to slip up. Someone's life is finished. An injury can kill you and change everything that makes you. So hey, don't play the head game, peace.
I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast, but my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes, now I suppose you hope the little black boy grows. 18 years younger than my mama, but I really got beatings cause the girl loved drama. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl, let's name her Pam. Same father as the first, but you don't give a damn. Irresponsible, plain not thinking. Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down you or tear out your hide. On your side while the baby make a slide. But mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse, mama's getting married in the house. Listen, positive over negative for the woman a master. Mother Queen's rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my dog. When I date back, I recall a man off the family tree. My right hand, Papa Doc, I see. Took me from a boy to a man, so I always had a father when my biological didn't bother. Taking care of this, so who am I to picker? Not a bad ticker, but I'm clocking Pop's liver. But you can never say that his life is through. 5 kids at 21, believe he got a right to. Here we go while I check the scene with the Portuguese lover at the age of 14. The same age, front page, no fuss, but I bet you all you know they live longer than us. Never been seen now, that's where you're wrong. But give the man a taste and he's gone. Nodding off sleep to a jazz tune. I can hear his head banging on the wall in the next room. I get the pillow and hope I don't wake him. For this man to cuss, hear it all in verbatim. Telling me how to raise my boy unless he's taking over. I said, Pop, maybe when you're older. We laughed all night about the hookers at the party. My old man standing yelling, good God Almighty. Use your condom, take sips of the brew. When they reminisce over you, for real. I reminisce so you never forget this. The days are way back, so many bear witness the fitness. Take the first letter out of each word in this joint. Listen close as I prove my point. T to the R-O-Y, how did you and I meet in front of Big Lou's fighting in the street? But only you saw what took many time to see. I dedicate this to you for believing in me. Rain or shine, yes in any weather. My grandma Pam holds the family together. My Uncle Doc's the greatest, better get the latest. If we're talking about a car, Uncle Sterling got the latest. I strive to be live cause I got no choice and run my own business like my Aunt Joyce. So Pete Rock hit me, enough respect due when they reminisce over you. Listen, listen, just listen to the funky songs as I rock on, and as the word is born. I'm not playing, everybody just go and rap this song. Say it loud.
Our next track is a song originally recorded and released by Nina Simone in 1969 with lyrics by Weldon Irvin. The song was considered an anthem of the civil rights movement, the title and opening line stemming from Lorraine Hansberry's autobiographical play To Be Young, Gifted and Black. Nina Simone wrote the song in memory of her late friend, who had died in 1965, aged only 34. As well as being covered by a number of artists including Donny Hathaway, Elton John, Michelle Andicello, and the rocksteady trio Heptones. The song has also become a popular sample amongst various hip-hop tracks, including Rah Digger's 2003 unreleased record On The Move, and on the title track of Rhapsody's 2017 album Layla's Wisdom. We'll hear the Aretha Franklin version of Young, Gifted and Black, followed by the hip-hop tracks that contain samples of the song. Here we go.
Mr. Brown is #1 soul brother in the United States.
worry about anything they told you. Remember what she said about winter and what the cold do. Everything's a season and some things you gotta go through. Believe me, I done seen it all. You're young talking to old you. When haters come around, look them down, tell them we don't owe you. You gon' lose some friends, but those circles are better than the ovals. A black man left the oval. Keep that style, you got soulful. The best of the best gon' feel you. Sky's the limit. See, I told you, you gon' be the difference between McDonald's, Burger King, and Whole Foods. Do your thing and slip through on them. Yeah, they ain't gon' have no clue. You won't need no toll booths. They'll pay attention. Hope do. They'll ask you for advice. Tell them the same thing I told you. Should be a crime to be this fly and awesome. And to think that love is all it costs. Feel like Jordan, it's the ball, the pistol toss. I'm the underdog and gold is what we flossing. When they told me my chances of losing was higher than divorces. You gotta know your worth and work, cause I can't false. Growing up, I shopped at Kmart and Ross. Celebrated every win and learned to learn from all. I learned from all. I never signed paperwork without reading the clauses. My parents worked way too hard to not get credit for it. I'm a trip like Grace and Allen. Y'all never made me valid. I learned that from Felicia and Debbie Allen. I'm the other one that another one's been screaming like Callan. We don't match up, ask my stylist. I rock Nikes and New Balance. I drink water by the gallons. Y'all should call me captain. I was told to be the flow and not follow it. Why y'all acting? I'm the better version of what you used to thinking called talent. I've been banking, check my balance. You a better way from Skid Row. I owe Sally Mae, but owe my people way more. Got rested on the 7th day and worked on me on day 4. I've been killing for a long time. My lawyers got a case load. Yeah, my lawyers got a case load. I cracked the code. It's no longer safe for y'all. Cujo's still the scariest of all the dogs. After that, come on, my dog. Talent level through the walls. I'm the juggernaut, riding with my cardo lock. Coppers known to hang out on these kind of blocks. Don't get shot, they say we 3/5 human, while the rest of me is an Autobot. I'm really hot, you should ask my team and them. Jamla still the squad and my confidence. It's through the roof, I appreciate the compliments. Layla's wisdom, rest in peace, I love you, dear. We good over here? We good. I'm good, man, I got we good.
People's insurance, representing lyrical for the gods in the earth. Say, who am I? On that tight new sensation, put a rapper out of work like they lied on applications. Running with dudes, always something I was used to. Study rock him and influenced by the juice. Say, who am I? Grade A wonder chicks, stay doing the unexpected like that Sam Summer flick. Been a long time coming out, heads out the woodwork. Represent my family tree and my hood first. Thank the fans for their love and affection. Heard me on the score and still ain't making a connection. Putting in time to rhyme warrior. And my beat girl Stan Straws by Victoria. Getting live on stage, honey, get your raw footage. Climbing up the charts is the tales of a hood bitch.
It's our time, my girl's gonna shine. And you, ride diggers on the move now. Ride diggers on the move. Ride diggers on the move. It's our time, my girl's gonna shine. And you, ride diggers on the move now. My diggers on the move.
Put your bad self. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say it louder.
The Last Poets is the debut studio album by spoken word artist The Lost Poets. The album was released in 1970 and peaked at number 29 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart and at number 3 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart in the United States. The songs from the Last Poets album were used by various hip-hop musicians including NWA, Notorious B.I.G. and Brand Nubian. In a 1970s column within the Village Voice, Robert Christgau, I think that's how you pronounce it, described a performance by the Last Poets as acerbic and exciting and as politically uncompromising as anything ever recorded. Decide for yourself.
When the revolution comes, some of us will probably catch it on TV with chicken hanging from our mouths. You'll know it's revolution because there won't be no commercial. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, preacher pimps are gonna split the scene with the communion wine stuck in their back pockets. Faggots won't be so funny then, and all the junkies will quit their nod and wake up when the revolution comes. When the revolution comes, transit cops will be crushed by the trains after losing their guns, and blood will run through the streets of Harlem, drowning anything without substance. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, when the revolution comes. I hope pearly white teeth fall off the mouths that speak of revolution without reference. The course of revolution is 360 degrees. Understand the cycle that never ends. Understand the beginning to be the end, and nothing is in between but space and time that I make or you make to relate or not to relate to the world outside my mind, your mind. Speak not of revolution until you are willing to eat rats to survive. When the revolution comes. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, guns and rifles will be taking the place of poems and essays. Black cultural centers will be forts supplying the revolutionaries with food and arms when the revolution comes. When the revolution comes, white death will fall off the walls of museums and churches, breaking the line that enslaved our mothers. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, Jesus Christ is going to be standing on the corner of Lenox Avenue and 125th Street, trying to catch the first gypsy cab out of Harlem. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, Jew merchants will give away matzo balls and gefilte fish to anyone they see with an afro. Frank Shippen will give away the Apollo to the first person he sees wearing a blue dashiki. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, afros are going to be trying to straighten their heads, and straightened heads are going to be trying to wear afros. When the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, when the revolution comes, when the revolution comes. But until then, you know and I know niggas will party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. Some might even die before the revolution comes.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing his ass. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my cat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking and looking like I was duck hunting. Coming out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is bullshit, and we party, and 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 bullshit, and we party. Word, word. What up? What up? What up? Word. Word. What up?
I stay in front of the system like LCD. We got connections through waves like LTE, like LB's Brock, like Ice Cube, Mac 10, and WC. These Michigan J's been jumping since legalized weed. No WB, hamburgerless days, my gobble your trees. Can't be seated with rejects, please toggle the seats. They argue rudely, I got down and we sweet. Pete, pissed off like hitting the seat. I've been waiting for a minute like missing a G. Why you listen to them? All them niggas listen to me. We got muscle in every hustle, cocoa and iced tea. When I'm busting my strut, don't rush at JoJo and KC. Ain't no killing my high.
Ain't no floor on the feet, I'm fly. Take 5, come home with some heat. They looking like rappers to you, they like clones to me. Asleep.
This money is bullshit. This money is bullshit. This labels is bullshit. These songs is all bullshit. I got a couple and I'm about to get lit. Fuck you, bitch. I got a couple and I'm about to get rich. Fuck you, bitch.
Range 8 octave, pterodact wingspan. Beauty that's buried to bury a very the in man. A tin can opener with my incisors. I'm sharper than diamonds. Witchy conjurer, ultraviolet, so confident. Ultraviolet lens and doing CrossFit in a Gowanus warehouse, training for the apocalypse. Man, I'm not to be played with at all, even on Adderall. Y'all still so slow. Come at me, bro, but not with your keyboard in person. Can't afford to nurse your social awkwardness and nurse us. So shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And when you're done, shut the fuck up, and shut the fuck up in cursive. Merciless, simultaneous, humanitarian, syllables, 90s rap. Actual act, I'm Perseus and fighting Calibus up in the stadium till there's just one of us. See what our lippos are hunt and attack. B. Thompson, Gonzo, Idol, Motto, 3 bottles of Gato Negro, $1 idol, gotta live. I'm from the New York days of Koch monolith. Hopping trains, gold chains, and a brass grip. Got cocktails, octales, $1 slice. Goddamn, the 2 scarred lines, I'm from priceless. You're a 1-slice toaster, useless. You're a one-night coaster, a lost loose clip. Jeans, Bob Ross, spruce trees, pine trees, vermilion, cerulean, bajillion, the Powerball jackpot. Of prisms of colors, how y'all that not narrow? Minded, blinded, lesser team member, arrow. I avenge nothing, kill on sight. Hold it down, replace with blades and a pillow fight. With my Zillow on and Ubering through your hood, exuberant as fuck, living my life in a life is that you want this. Buddy flick with great dialogue that's really well paced, and I don't mean the damn ride along. Viacom band, gray walking through with firearms. No actual firearms, just my fucking mind is on. Pop up ads for revolution, sights you on, and when you click them, every excess off a different fire alarm. Air raid sirens, your time is gone. Me and mine about to climb. Why you crying? What's wrong?
This money is bullshit. This money is bullshit. It's bullshit. These songs is all bullshit.
Well, good evening, my newbies, brothers and sisters. Tonight we got a really big show, conducting his concerto in X minor. We have the brother, Derek X. His theme tonight will be on racism in a New York backdrop. Brother Derek X.
Yes. Thank you, and all of that. Yo, before I get this wreck, I want to give a strong shout to all the positive brothers and sisters that's out there. And I just want to let y'all know who I came down here with. I slid in here with Lord J and Alamo with the A, and I came to get wrecked like this.
I'm kinda blessed, so I wrote this manifesto for life. Co-signed by the office with a knife. On the real tip, let's take a field trip from the ghetto. You pick the time and we'll meet in the meadow to discuss racial issues and tension. New York's about a cake that I forget to mention. Now case in point, y'all remember that Brooklyn Bridge joint when things got wild and woolly? Yeah, that day the feds played the role of the bully.
Up against the car. Y'all ain't even do nothing, man. Hey, yo, shut up, pushing me.
They was slain and we all felt the pain they used to have hawking. And they was mad when we was squawking. They tried to show off false compassion, yet at the rally, they tried to bash in our brains, further add to the bloodstains. I was mad at this news, and so was my brothers, and I wanted to get violent, but I'm a lover of black mothers. And black mothers need sons, not children that's been killed by guns. It's just another form of slavery, a Monday lynching. The others get reward, the black man feels the pain and decide not out to hide, just provide some sort of answer. Out to stop racial injustice if I get a chance to. Try to achieve this through verbal outreach in my community and all outlying counties. Spread the message of good with my now rule money. Step up to the right, dispense and be known. Remember what I said is to teach your own at home first, and as we discuss bust your head like a cloud burst. I don't stop, you don't quit. Derek X, I'm guaranteed to be the ultimate. I kicks the flavor. So bust that, I drop the stack from my almanac. It's on cheap, so it's got to be a show fact. So keep on, this is the dawn of the Capricorn Colonel. Rhyme that I kick and store daily in my journal or my diary. When speaking on a black man, I get fiery. The record's in the record store, categories black law. Bet you ever saw, and it comes in a 3 or a 4 pack. In a month or two, I'll be back to confer with you and go over my works. In my contract, I get crazy perks from my lecture. See me kick this rhyme and I cover the whole spectrum. This is the final verse, grand finale, and crescendo. Misconceptions of the X can now be thrown out the window unseen. Lane 2 years past the team, never used makeup, got an actor's sheen. It's like that, y'all have a ball. I'm Derek X, about 6 feet tall. Yeah, and as I stop this wreck for 1 sec, I want to give a shout to the Grand Pooh Bar, also the Clark Kent, Molly Mark, Pete Robbie from the Burning. I want to give a shout to Mike B and Cherokee, also the T-Star, Rich with the Carrio. I want to give a shout to all the guards in our room, Melicon, Sincere, my man True Thorn. I want to give a shout to Big Box, Scooby Real, and the whole mob from the Stein, Mark the Spar, and I'm out of here.
In its early days, Motown didn't directly address political issues, although there's a good case to be made that its very existence and popular success was a political act in itself. But as the decade rolled on, and young black men were either being slipped off to Vietnam or being edgy in the streets back home, it was becoming impossible to ignore the rise of the Black Panthers and similar revolutionary movements. The Temptations may have taken the key Motown elements of gospel and doo-wop back in their early days, but by the late 60s they were getting back on the street and looking their audience in the eye. For their song Message from a Black Man, the Temptations took on these lyrics, which left you in no doubt about where they stood. Black is a colour just like white, and no matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Curiously, even though they recorded the song and brought an authentic militancy into play, they wouldn't perform Message from a Black Man. Seems the Temptations were just as confused as anyone at the time.
Yes, my skin is black, but that's no reason to hold me back.
I have wants and desires just like you, so move on aside because I'm coming through. Oh, no matter how hard you try, you can stop me now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now.
Yes, your skin is white. Does that make you right?
you see? What do you see? Too loud. I know that I'm all just like me. Oh, your eyes open, but you refuse to see. The laws of society were made for both you and me. Because of my color, I struggle to be free. Sticks and stones, they break my bones, but in the end, you're gonna see my friend. Oh, no matter how hard you try, you can't stop the love. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop. We're rolling, 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 we're rolling on. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop. Say it now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Say it now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Say it now.
Once again, who's back? The unstoppable. Rhyme that place, we want beats, the unbeatable, undefeatable champions. It's time to keep up, so pull your feet up. I need not no encouragement. Raps for nourishment, like wars for the government. Blood-stained paper, cause the pen never leaves a sheet when I write. Defeat on the mic never happens, cause my war chant is more amped than many phantoms. The Aussie anthems, raise the cannons, take aim and fire one shot. Warn all the radius, sworn enemies. The downside, get afraid of us, it's undebatable. You don't know it all, from the cradle to the grave. We got the protocol, leave it to the professional. We can go toe to toe, we can go blow for blow. All I know is we the ones that rock the show.
Say it now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Say it now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Say it now.
It's time we said it, unprecedented. Power that I'll be packing with the paper and pen. It's power pack raps and nitro that give you the right glow. The iridescent sentence, cause I rhyme with the light globe. The flow so dope, yes, it's all about progress. You couldn't see me stepping with the roadblock protest. They're coming for categorizing what they can stop you. Dead in your track, televised what I'm giving never. Give up this game, never. Spit it the same, never let it get to me because the shit don't phase. I found a lot of shit to do but dance into a rhyme with all these half steppers rapping instead of blowing it up.
Stop us now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now. Renegades of this atomic age. This atomic age for renegades. Renegades of this atomic age. Atomic age before renegades.
Prehistoric ages and the days of ancient Greece on down to the Middle Ages. Planet Earth kept going through changes. Then the Renaissance reigns. Times continue to change. Nothing stayed the same, but there were always renegades. City Bull, Tom Paine, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they were renegades. Yes, the renegades. That time and age, somebody renegade. Now hand clap, the renegade. From a different solar system, many, many galaxies away, we are the force of another creation, a new musical revelation. And we're on this musical mission to help the others listen. In group on land to land, singing electronic chants like
Astrology,
like
technology,
like
creation,
like
nation,
like
revelation, distortion,
like
militant,
like
violence and
like
to say nothing stays the same. A renegade.
way out, a bunga, way out,
hip-hop has been standing up for black lives for decades. Hope you're enjoying this Black History Month edition of Lightworks. We'll select some more Black Power anthems for next week's show. Feel free to tune in and to drop me some suggestions via Insta at DJ Vee SWIZZLE. In the second hour, we'll be mixing some tracks that represent black empowerment and progress in hip-hop. Think Public Enemy, and of course the teacher KRS-One, among many others. And we'll be right back after these words.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for iLive Radio, your #1 source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits from soul, reggae, gospel, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and everything in between. Download the iLive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Tiffany Michelle from Austin, Texas, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Peace, world. This is J Soul, a.k.a. the Black Sinatra, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Gina P, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio.
I said that I love you so, and I mean it so. From the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you to play. Baby, I saw that something in your eyes. Comes to no surprise that you turn me oh so giddy.
What's up, people? This is Omar, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Music back to back on iLive Radio.
Yo, this is your favorite MC, Breeze, brother reaching each inner soul, saying stay diligent. Make sure you check out Vee SWIZZLE for her Lightwork show every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on iLive Radio UK.
Welcome back to Lightworks, everyone. Vee SWIZZLE in the mix with some tracks that illuminate some of the trauma of oppression, racial injustice, and police brutality. Black recording artists have long highlighted the perils of racism through music. The police killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, to name only two of way too many, have further ignited a passion in artists to use their music as a sounding board for change.
Good evening and welcome. My name is Gil Scott Heron. My accomplices are, first from left to right, Eddie Knowles, a drummer for the Deni Zulu Dance Group, a drummer for the Simba Dancers, and a percussionist for a group called Black and Blues. The brother to my immediate left is Charlie Saunders of the Simba Dance Group and a former drummer for Loretta Porker. David Barnes, a singer for Black and Blues, will be heard later on in the evening. We'd like to do a poem for you called The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, primarily because it won't be. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Mendel Rivers to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lifes of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he had been saving for just the right occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so goddamn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally screwed Jane on Search for Tomorrow because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry-armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, or Engelbert Humperdinck. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised. Will not be televised. Not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
I'm from the home of the ghosts, water plugs and wokeness, water bugs and roaches, drugs and overdoses. How you approach this Philly is where the dope is. My uncle's Reds and Willie is still the goldsmith. Whole shit steady, we close-knit and deadly as a heart attack. Trust me, the pit bulls is petty, already infamous, limitless, better images, foul temperament. You start shit, we ending it. It's mad last wishes, gas mask kisses. The thin line between savants and savages. Your life could depend on the laws of averages. The difference between black and white is mad privilege for Lucifer, son of the morning. Before we'd ignored every one of them warnings, but try to run for cover under one of them warnings. Cause till the storm come, tell the Lord time for his encore performance.
Got 4 million in home, 3 hours apart. Drug dealer takes, I think I glow in the dark. I only do features to keep hitting my mark and show you motherfuckers you ain't good as you thought. Let's go. Panamera shopping in the pandemic. The work got real lines when the pan's hearing. Give you the whole clip to let your mans hear it. The pallbearer next to them so they can all fear it. Ulterior motives with the motors. Bulletproof package like I'm POTUS. I'm just cashing in on what they owe us. They say the coming winter is the coldest. Celine fur hanging off the shoulder. What's worse, the gift or the curse? The only way to celebrate a death is with a birth. That Maybach sink can be converted to a hearse. I mean every word, why you think it's just a verse? I'm gone.
healthy, coming clean, never filthy. In God's eyes, I'm wealthy. Felt the power as I entered the palace of seven lights. Time travel, participate in no battles. My brethren fight for birthrights that they already got and shouldn't have to get. Break down the steady plot. It's accurate, bust a shot that's immaculate. Take it to your nugget, cause my beloved covered. They free to believe it, put nothing above it. Love it, to leave it. We blessed with free will, so we choose to be ill. Like sharks keeping it moving, we could never be still. Swimming in channels of life, we orators the rhyme. Handling mics, tiptoeing through the corridors of your mind. With candlelights everlasting. In your hood like liquor stores and check cash. And niggas flashing, passing with some classes. Sipping thug passion, blasting Machiavelli 4. I bet on brothers with nothing to live for. To give more to the struggle, they already at war.
So much on my mind, I just can't recline. Blast a hole to the night, let sunshine. Breathe in, breathe out. Heard the bass ride like shit ancient. I can't think, I can feel the city breathing. Yo, I pushed my pen and wrote this scribe. Like the morning wouldn't find me alive. I'm surrounded on all sides by the kind and the cruel, wise men and the fool. Young guns attending school. Ghetto classes include get yours, get it right, get down, get paid, get ass, get around, get on, get fly, get jig and get high. Live to get and you only end up getting by. When the nighttime covers the city like a cloak, I approach and assemble my hopes into notes. Hard to sleep in the city that don't, cause it won't let you rest. Noises on your doorstep, enough to stress. Police department, raid the park bench on nonsense, cause they fear to see the brothers conference. Regardless, we born tight and we rumble all day to break night. Daylight, might be ripping to death. You ain't right. The same fight about my late night habits is mad static, but the city's so alive that I just got to have it. The planet of Bruce norm is what I look on. Get on chef, rock your best when you getting your cook on. Dedicating this song to Scotland Rock, Big and Pop, Kwame Ture, Betty Carter, and John Henry Clark. Ron Brown and freedom fighters going down. You set the pace, now we finish the race. It's on now. So much on my mind, I just can't recline. Last hole to the night, let sunshine. Breathe in, breathe out. Heard the bass ride like shit ain't shit. Can't take it, I can feel the city breathing.
Yo, I'm from the jail. Everything, you know what I'm saying? In jail, you know, something we can teach the youth, you know what I'm saying? Stem in the right direction.
Without the bail, in jail.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be role models.
In jail.
Nothing like that.
Without the bail, in jail. Without the bail,
you know what I'm saying? Representing us.
I got confined at 17, young and naive. Cast into a world with killers, robbers, and thieves. Cramped in the 8-man cell with 10 cats. 8 on the bunks and 3 on just mats. Housing max with cats facing all day. Habitual ways, short the long-term stays. Going back and forth the circuit. My life hanging on a verdict. And laws I'm unable to interpret. I just knew I had to do some time. Bottom line laid up. Some years or so away from mine. Locked from the sun, moon, and sky. Lack of fresh air had me feeling pale and dry. Circles forming under my eyes from sleepless weeks. Stress levels off the hook. Reaching a new peak, homesick for my peoples in the street. A huge weight bearing on my back. I'm chain smoking roll-ups in attempts to counteract and ride my rack with no getaway. Cause life goes on and tomorrow's just another day of the same routine. Ain't a damn thing new. Either I grind, watch a tube, hit the phone to get a view. So much time, it's a little to do. Just waiting on the court date so I can get through. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Prosecution had a hard case, so I'd have to plead or escape. If I took it to trial, it would've gave me a boat. Fresh 25 piece like a noose with a rope. I couldn't go that route, no doubt. So I waited for the best offer, and then I copped the hell out after getting sentenced. I was eager to ride, just to be outside, just to see the sky. No more bars, no more court. Held the county, made the joint sound like a resort. I was all in for it, had my shit packed and ready to jet. Standing at the bars, anxious, waiting on the jet. Without the bill.
When you hear me telling you my story, I've afforded this time for it. Yeah. Black power.
Shouts to Tupac with old money by New Mark. I free my mind like Africa and Kwame and Nkrumah. Dominate the whole hoopla and kill every verse like the 03 New Dodge. Yeah. It's in my nature, in my hand I hold a saber. My sonics sit in your head like the melody of Sega. I know you plagiarize, disguise, trying to hide from my tribe, but we see it in your eyes. You're not major where I'm from, so raise up like the sun. Bums get crumbs in the city where I'm from, while the blue-blooded are loving what they call fun. Not at all done, keep going, keep exposing the roads of the wolves in sheep's clothing. Look close at what I'm showing. Decolonize our minds, rise and keep growing.
Lay it on the line. Got a lot of demons locked inside, but I'm still out here. Yeah, I'm still out here.
Yeah, I'm still out here, brethren. The streets talk, I study clear lessons. Professing I have no peers, second to none. I bun anyone who wants to tell me back my tongue. I'm just trying to shine as beautiful as my mum. It's not suitable for you to try to test me, especially since I don't know whether I'm insane or not. Pressure's got me in pain a lot, cops sweating me, my fist defending me. Suddenly several scum descend on me. Self-esteem, I got the recipe. I flow like the Red Sea and wash away the wealth of thieves.
On the line, got a lot of demons locked inside, but I'm still out here. Yeah, I'm still out here. Yeah. Got a lot of demons locked inside, but I'm still out here. Gonna be a favorite rapper out here.
Rain come down. Rain come down. Rain come down. I see unnecessary death. I see lives just gone and went. I see souls out of control. I see the earth's pain. I feel the earth's pain. I see the powers of manipulation in a powerful way. I see the sleepwalkers who walk to sleep during the day. I watch how they do the music. I watch how they do the children. I see famine. I see pestilence. I see disease, rape, incest, racism. I see these things. I see what the lack of knowledge can do to a civilization. I see what laziness can do to a civilization. Lazy people. When you don't stand up for your own. Go ahead and keep beating around the bush. Beating around the bush. I see with my own two eyes also. And take in for what I see. Believe me, I've seen a lot. I participated in wars. So many things. With the help of us, could have been set right. Don't you want to go to the moon also? Don't you want to enhance your intelligence? Don't you want to stand up for your own? Don't you want to see with your own two eyes? Only you can lift you up. By the will of God, the powers that be. The energy within, your soul. I hang on the edge of this universe, singing off key, talking too loud, embracing myself to cushion the fall. I shall tumble into deep space, never in this form or with this feeling. To return to earth, it is not tragic. I shall spiral through the black hole, losing skin, limbs, eternal organs, searing my naked soul, landing in the next galaxy with only my essence, embracing myself as I fall into the ill-minded mode.
didn't have a gun. He didn't have a gun. Helicopters over my balcony. If the police can't arrest, they wanna smoke every ounce of me. Practice alchemy, see how the life converted. You tell me life's a female dog, well I'm perverted. Go to jail or get murdered. Murder was the case they gave us. Manipulate the system so the prison could save us. Ain't nothing could save us. Foot locker, liquor stores, undercovers, buying whores. 10 years plus 4 little kids dying war. Mama wants me baptized, swimming in his blood shore. Shut down schools to open drugs and gun stores. I see the floor, got a florist. When I read in my horoscope, the vision is horrid, but you be sore. Stay broke, rather die rich than stay broke. I'm staring through my review with my pitch black lopes. My notes reappear, disappear. Shit is wicked here, tragedy all over the screen like William Shakespeare plays. Disease, degrade, increase, grenades, disease, the AIDS I seize today. Like Wade, I fade away. I pray today, cause life is crazy. Jay-Z is scored for hard knocks. They want us crucified with stones and hard rocks. Hey bitch, calm down, what the fuck happened? Stop fucking screaming, what happened? They killed the homies. The police? The police killed him? They just killed the homies, cuz. Hey, cuz, swing that car around, cuz, grab that chopper. We finna kill these motherfuckers, nigga.
See y'all, we are VR, sleeping the snooze. Peeking the deacons, keeping the rules. Creeping in room, she sneaking cheeks, finna doom cats kidding me. Lil' cats kill literally. How these cats talk bigotry like an avatar forest. The machine talk jarvis. Whatever they hand you, it'll be Yarish. Your hand stuck in the cookie jar. Hold on to the sweet shit, beef shit. Green jackets, the old cats. Filler eclipse, blacks cover the white light. Cats stuck in the twilight, wildlife. See the wise life stuck in hindsight. Side bright, recatch up. It's monumental, no monument. Mind you, what's in my mind, intertwine you, sign you in. Don't get no autograph from Patrick, just collapse you. But the run from Cleopatra, perhaps you sleep in your mattress. Weak stuck like a statue. Is that you geeks, we attack you. Don't act too street, we gon' ask you. Is this a cop out? Bring the cops out, bring the pigs, you see the pigment. We depict the indigenous people dig it. Hold on to life, we don't go for the house of rep. They done trapped us in the alphabet. Our alphas can't get out the net. Net ball and imaginary goal. Shot clock, what's your net worth? Chris Webber, Deep Webber, time out, mom's house, etymology, mortgage, die route. Be lesbian, buddy, you better study. Buddy holes on this money roll, buddy code. They gon' pay for taking my brother. Now say we need one mic and they shot the brown one. Y'all done forgot the brown with a new white mic. Rocking the nightgown, it's ancient. They covered his past with his kid blanket. Y'all sleep, y'all don't see how the image changed. Remember the time, nigga, I'm here to remind niggas we king.
slash throat or poked in a cloud of black smoke. Old heads tell you about the trouble with black folk. Coke heads tell you about the difference in crack smoke. Chicken heads doing the backstroke. Lot of sleep niggas that act woke. People cashed in on their last hope. In the city of brotherly thuggery, stitches in hospital recovery. They get at you suddenly. That love don't exist when gloves on your fist. Brothers be little as shit with snubs on their hip. With a package out on the strip and dubs on their whip. It's madness. You say is it bad? Yes. You see a whole lot of death threats and bad checks. You done place your money on your life. A bad bet, sonny. You in the
concrete city, everybody carry metal wind. It's impossible to settle in. Shh. Been here to 7 sins, blowing through the ghetto wind. My eyes seen the evil that'll make the devil grin. Pain and misery, zero win. It get depressing when the bad news never end. Pop shot and kill raw with a bodega. I was 11 then. Mom's a shot of booze away from shooting heroin. Due to my element, my future's irrelevant. It's evident that I'ma either end up dead or in a pen. Drug using or selling it, dog shooting and killing and embezzling. Trying to bring the narrows in. Crime free, I ain't losing, better bet again. I'm trying to find heaven in this hell, man. I'm more clever than I ever been. I'm too thorough when the attitude is better when you living in a
Can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the health. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do will say today that's worthwhile. Will for sure inspire action in your first child. I begin my first now. Sometimes I speak and I feel like it ain't my words. Like I'm just a vessel channeling inside this universe. I feel my ancestors invested inside of me. It's like they want me to shoot my chance and change this society. But how do I go about it? Tell me where I start. My destiny rerouted when I chose to follow heart. You chose to follow suit, but tell me what it do for you. Except when you down, now you trapped inside the cubicle they built for us. The first step in the change is to take notice. Realize the real gains that they try to show us. 300 plus years of them cold shoulders. Yet 300 million of it still got no focus. Sorry America, but I will not be your soldier. Obama just wasn't enough, I need some more closure. And Donald Trump is not equipped to take this country over. Let's face facts, cause we know what's the real motives. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Still got the last names of our slave owners. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Yeah. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the help. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do is say today that's worthwhile. Will for sure inspire action. Hold up, yeah. Trickery in the system, put my niggas in prison. All our history hidden, ain't no liberty given. We all fit the description of what the document's written. We been lacking the vision and barely making a living. We too worried to fit in while they been benefiting. Every time you submit it, we all guilty admitted. The law won't get you acquitted, but you still ask for forgiveness. Put opiates and syringes, then inject his religion. Now many times I gotta tell you I'm a man in a mission. Many times I gotta tell you I don't need no permission. A human with supervision ain't no living condition. I'm reaching out to my children, just hoping that they would listen. Start a new coalition against corrupt politicians. It's not enough out the prison. Too many murder convictions. Nothing family evicted. Nothing black man the victim. That's as real as it's getting. You should take recognition. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Still got the last names of our slave owners. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Yeah. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the health. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do is say the data's worthwhile. Will for sure inspire action in your first child. Yeah.
The views expressed on this recording are solely those of the artist. And by no means do we encourage or condone violence against law officials.
It's for you. It's for you. Yeah, it's for all my street niggas. Feel it. On the count of 3, say fuck the police. 1, 2, 3, fuck the police. Yeah, fuck them. Applaud any nigga. Damn right, we could lose a few of them, we got enough of them. My niggas on the corner, they be dodging and ducking them. Bitches getting pulled over, end up fucking them. For real. And see, now we got these fake cops. They thought he had a gun. Made a mistake, cops. I hate cops. Turn on the TV. Is this another cop busted for illegal business? They out of control. They out of their minds. They pulling you over. They hopping inside. Just know you got drugs and know you got guns. And they know when they mad when they can't find none. Stupid. Don't you know they give in at the stash box? The he be in and need a key to get in it. Any offended people suck my balls. All y'all off the wall get stupid, dawg. Don't hold back, don't let go. Don't say damn, just say get it up. Mojo, hey, Mojo, baby. Fill it up, hey, hey. On the count of 3, say fuck the police. 1, 2, 3, fuck the police. Yeah, don't you know it's dangerous in these streets? Don't you know it's dangerous to grow deep, nigga? We OGs fill up the whole Jeep, nigga. Ill with the flows and ill with the beats. Ill in the Rover, it's over homes to hold these. The reason we hold things is no peace in the streets with the police in the street. Yo, it's cops the old niggas though for O's and keys. It's more than the beef with the 5-0. The streets with the 5-0, it's a game of survival, dude. And tell me who protects me from you? I got people who buy texts and weed from you. And all the niggas see in the news is cop corruption. Niggas getting popped for nothing. And niggas getting stopped and the cops pull out Glocks and bust them. Y'all need to get shot for nothing. Cause we don't hold back, we let go. We don't say damn, we just say what? Get it up, Mojo, hey, Mojo, baby, fill it up, come on.
The year is 2020, the number. Another summer, get down. Sound of the funky drummer. Music hitting the heart, cause I know you got soul. Brothers and sisters.
The information age got them seeing what's really wrong with these racist days. I honor the strong and pity the weak. Your thoughts run your life, be careful what you think. Haiti beat France in century 17. Salute Toussaint and Dessalines. And I do love France, know what I mean? It's a system I'm talking, nobody's agreeing. They say it's suicide when dead bodies are swinging. Cowards are hunting black men, that's what I'm seeing. How many toasters have been burnt down? And once Central Park was a thriving black town. Yo, Chuck, I'm fighting the power right now thanks to you, Flav and P.E. Putting it down, putting your life on the line so I can rap now. The next generation still singing fight the power.
Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. We got the power.
Police think they Wayne, 6'9" over the law. Wanna give us short sticks, but we really need a long. To the boys in the hood, got them bullets and batons. The boys in the hood, triple K's on their arms. Four fingers on my palm, screaming fight. Change the policy, defund buyback property. You love Black Panther, but not Fred Hampton. Word to the Howards and the Aggies and the Hamptons. They book us, won't book us, I'm Booker. T. Washington, George Hill, 420. Think about it, that's 2,000 pennies. The value black life, the cost of going to Wendy's for a 4-quarter burger. Ended in murder. Fight for Brianna and the pain of her mama. Gotta fight the power.
Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. We got to fight the power.
Yeah,
Generations is how long we've been at war. The revolution on all platforms. You break a man's mind and it's back yours. Solidarity is what I'm wearing all black for. For comrades who don't fought without me, it's not to try and change our thoughts about me or to redirect your reports about me. Dear white people, you should take a course about me. Cause is it the long ding-a-ling, four-finger ring? The sciences of the arts, the songs we can sing? I really wanna know why y'all so scared. Probably cause the promised land we almost there. But look, I think of images that fuel my youth. Interviews by Craig Hodges and Abdul Raouf. Examples like Olympic Black Power salute the Panther truth. I saw as I pursued my truth. If racism is a cancer, black thought's the answer. Gotta get up off the back porch. Emancipate your mind. Get your bodies back from ransom. Come on! And all black hands up for the anthem.
Fight the power! Fight the power!
Yo, check this out, man.
Bring that beat back, man. 2, 3, 4, hit it.
People stronger than this evil, smashing your power structure, melanin Royal Rico, system designed to kill and unprotect. Worldwide hit the streets just to get some respect. Our fight and our rights for freedom will never waver. Justice Breonna Taylor, salute Chuck and Flavor. Feel the same anger since Radio Raheem died. Black power to the people, push forward pride.
Fight the power like it's an octo. Born to fight, I made it off the block though. Thought he had a gun and he was black, that's the combo. The police killed George having the convo. They killed Malcolm X, they killed Dr. King. They gave us guns and dope, they wanna stop a king. Trying to erase our history, stop and think. History class ain't tell us about Juneteenth. Cops don't give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a key, bro. Fuck living life on welfare. The last one who killed was Obamacare, round 12. Nose kinda bloody, gotta keep fighting. Trump through the North Korea, they respect violence. If you ain't trying to have your city on fire, put some respect on our name. We come from gold and diamonds.
Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power! We got to fight the powers that be. Elvis was a hero the most, but he never meant shit to me. You see, straight up racist, the sucker was simple and plain.
Motherfucking is John Wayne.
Cause I'm black and I'm proud, I'm ready, I'm hyper, I'm amped. Most of my heroes on a piano stamp. Therefore, look back, you look and find nothing but rending from 400 years if you check.
Don't worry, be happy.
Was a #1 jam. Damn if I said you could slap me right here. Get it.
Let's get this party started right.
Right on, come on. What we got to say? How do the people know the lay? Let everybody see in order to fight the powers that be.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like bad trips like Nazareth, I'm f***ed up, homie, you f***ed up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows. 20 of them in my Chevy, tell them all to come and get me. Reaping everything I sow, so my karma come in heaven. No preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my face this all day. Won't you please believe when I say we've been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like where we go. And we hate poor, when they kill us dead in the street, sure. I'm at the preacher's door, my knees getting weak and my gum broke. We be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? Alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' ride.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy, painting on a Rico, digging in my pocket, in a profit, big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know, we been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? And we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. I'm at the preacher's door, my knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright, right?
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Thousands of Iraqi civilians have lost their lives. Our brothers and sisters in New Orleans are left homeless and hungry. They murdered Sean Brown. They murdered Amadou Diallo. They murdered Timothy Stansbury. And it's time to say no more. No more. No more. No more. No more.
I got so much trouble on my mind, refuse to lose. Here's your ticket. Hit a drum or get wicked. The crew, the view, the push, the back, the black attack. So I sat and jacked and slapped the Mac. Now I'm ready to mic it. Hear my favoritism, Rolo. Never be a brother like me, go solo. Laser, Anastasia, major. Ways to blaze your brain and train ya. The way I'm living, forgiving what I'm giving up. X on the flex, hear me now. I don't know about later. As for now, I know how to avoid the paranoid. Man, I've had it up to here. Here, how weird, got him going in fear. Rhetoric said and read just a bit ago. Not quitting the sign of hard rhymer. Work to keep from getting jerk changes some ways. To way back in the better days. Raw, metaphysically bold. Never follow the code. Still drop the load. Never question what I am. God knows. Cause it's coming from the heart. What I got, better get some hustler of culture. Snake bitten, been spit in the face. But the rhymes keep fitting, respect's given. How'd you living? Now I can't protect the pad off the defect. Check the record of reckon, international rep. Played office of intellect, made the call, took the fall, broke the laws. Not my fault that they fallen off. Known as fair square throughout my years. So I growl at the liquor file. Black to the bone, my home is your home. So welcome to the Terror Dome. There's a hole in an apple has been rotten. Scheme like the clan, I plan like Bin Laden. Screenwriter, slick, strict editor. Drop the LP and he hit like Hezbollah. 7 years later, it's the year of God. United States government is just a facade. The Catholic Church got ties with the mob. I see it all like the Wizard of Oz. And if you got a brick road to fame, riches and cars, if you only had a brain, you would know who you are. Poison your ventilation, cut your education, world nation. Take over reservation, trigger the nations in the ocean, cause tsunamis to control the population. Eyes in the sky, hidden observation. If you're over 65, I take away your medication. Like, give me that, full line, press rewind, get mad, I put it down on the pad. Give you something that you never had. Controlling, fear of high rolling. God bless your soul and keep living. Black to the bone, my home is your home. And welcome to the Terror Dome. Come on down. Come on down.
Black boys, yeah, we're all black boys. I can't stop screaming it. I could have left my version and done such a glory. I said, nah, I'm not leaving it. It's bigger than just having me on it, cause we need the whole scene on it. So if you ain't done a version, send me your email, I'll send you the beat so you can breathe on it. Black boys are achieving things all around the world, back to Stephen it. Take a page from their book, start reading it. Put this track on repeat, start beating it, start feeling it. Black boys, it's our time, it's not a dream, believe in it. I wrote Black Boys because we needed it. This is deep shit, guess who I brought for the remix?
Guess who? The walk out of Don. Say my name when the tune comes on, cause I'm a pharaoh, he's a president. So now it's the Black House residence. Every young black man is a prince, and it's been that way since way back since. The sky is the limit, think we fly like falcons straight from Egypt. A black man on the screen, come see this fame and fortune. But look, if heaven is white, then how can we win? If dark is bad, then we always sin. We sell drugs, that's hell plus. We need food so bad, don't help us. Marketing schemes, package our product. We'll get it in time, we'll sell trust. And I call it the motherland. We came from the dirt and back to the dust. Now all we need is a black prime minister. England sinister. Since we're all black with soldiers straight from the barracks. Barrack, it's madness. A black president, now that's calmer. This shit's insane. Hussein Obama.
What Juicy say, man? Shut the fuck up! Enough is enough, man.
When they gon' stop killing niggas, man, enough is enough. Why they lock up all the real ones, man, enough is enough. Labels wanna own my masters, enough is enough. I can't hit you on your cash app, enough is enough. You gon' be a hater all your life, enough is enough. Got me ready to ride round with that pipe, enough is enough. Man, that shit ain't right, I know my rights, enough is enough. I can't sit back, let them take my life, enough is enough. All this racist shit gon' fuck around and make me send it up. They keep killing all these niggas, man, a ride ain't enough. I just drank a Corona, is it a virus or what? They been lynching shit for 100 years, we still ain't did nothing. Crisis actors right before my eyes, I know they telling lies. Martial law, fuck you thought, that's the police in disguise. I don't need no reparations, bitches, give me back what's mine. You know I keep the peace, but the peace is a 9. Freedom of speech, I got rich off of beats. I can get you impeached, you ain't out of my reach. If you listen, I teach, but these niggas is sleep. I've been blowing this money so fast they gon' fuck around, have to free meet you. Ayy, when they gon' stop killing niggas, man, enough is enough. Why they lock up all the real ones, man, enough is enough. Labels wanna own my masters, enough is enough. I can't hit you on your cash app, enough is enough.
Now, and it don't take no x-ray to see right through my smile. I know I be on the go, and it ain't no drink out there that can numb my soul. Oh no, all we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is break the chains off, man. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is break the chains off, man. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free. Can you tell me why? Every time I step outside, I see my niggas die. Oh, I'm letting you know that it ain't no gun they make that can kill my soul. Oh no. Say, all we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is break the chains off. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free.
So now it's like the officer's pulling him inside the car. He's trying to pull away. And at no time the officer said that he was going to do anything until he pulled out his weapon. His weapon was drawn and he said, I'll shoot you, or I'm going to shoot. And in the same moment, the first shot went off. And we looked at him, he was shot, and there was blood coming from him. And we took off running.
Are we all alone, fighting on our own? Please give me a chance. I don't wanna dance. Something's got me down. I will stand my ground. Don't just stand around. Don't just stand around.
And as we took off running, I ducked and hid for my life because I was fearing for my life. And I hid by the first car that I saw. My friend, he kept running, and he told me to keep running because he feared for me too. So as he was running, the officer was trying to get out of the car, and once he got out the car, he pursued my friend, but his weapon was drawn. Now, he didn't see any weapon drawn at him or anything like that, us going for no weapon. His weapon was already drawn when he got out the car. He shot again, and once my friend felt that shot, he turned around and he put his hands in the earth, and he started to get down, but the officer still approached with his weapon drawn, and he fired several more shots, and my friend died.
All we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is break the chains off, man. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is take the chains off. All we wanna do is break the chains off.
Now show you how my voice was made an unbelievable thing good. Oh, okay, Joy.
To see you cry. I can't stand to see you cry.
Where does the time go? I didn't get to play all the tracks I wanted to play. C'est la vie. Next week, we'll go on a bit of an Afro-futuristic journey, and we'll check out how the likes of Sun Ra, Jimi Hendrix and Parliament have influenced hip-hop with a very native tongues vibe the week after that. Stay locked into Lightworks on iLive Radio UK.